Vanchakalpatarubhascha kripasundabeva patitanam pavanibhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Shri Panchatattva, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Shri Lakshmi Sringadev, if you so desire, please empower us in this meeting so we can expand our service at your lotus feet. Let's get into this. And it's perfectly advisable to leave your camera on. The reason is that for this kind of meeting, it's helpful to see the countenance. Like, look at Rukmini Mohan Prabhu right now, and Vilas Manjari's out distributing books. You know, we want to see, and look at Mukharavind, who wouldn't want to look at him? So the more we have visual contact and see ourselves in the working environment. We're all warriors here. You know, if you're doing something else, we completely understand. Don't worry. We know we're in it for the long term together. So we're all amongst friends. So tonight we embark upon our great mission that somebody else should have taken up, but they gave it to us. Somehow or other, although everybody in the world was offered this opportunity, we decided to take it together. So here we are. And what is that mission? Amongst all good missions in the world, there's one great mission only, and that's the distribution of divine knowledge, because it's the only intervention that will bring a conditioned soul out of Maya. And this is not banter. It's not just anecdotal, it's highly scientific. We have a constitutional position, and unless we know what it is, unless we hear about it, we get involved with the material world in a very unsavory way, and it's unseemly for the soul. So our mission is to distribute Bhagavad Gitas worldwide this year. We're approaching the 5 million mark, and we want to get to 5 million by next year and make it our baseline. Frankly, the Christians are outdoing us by multiples, and we're not going to stand for it anymore. We're not going to take it, and we're not going to go at some, pace that's going to take us 50 years. We want to advance, so we have to have courage, and that's the theme of this campaign, and it's based on what Prabhupada said when he told a couple of his disciples, Gurudas Shamasundar, that when he was a child, he had gone to the Victoria Memorial, which was being built and had scaffolding on it still, and he climbed to the top. And Brahmananda or Gurudas, I can't remember which one, said, Prabhupada, you must have been very brave. And he said, I'm still brave. He said, who else would come to America alone to preach? So that's the theme of this year. It's no fun holding back. We only experience our full potential when we're brave and we move forward. So I know Vilas Manjari and Baba Sundhi have to go very soon. So let's take advantage of their association and hear what they have to say. You go ahead and start. Whichever one of you is ready, and just tell us what you're doing, what it's looking like over there, and we'll let you go, because I know you have to go on book distribution. Everyone's waiting for you there, and they're lining up behind you. Where's my books?
Okay, Hare Krishna, Vaisheshika Prabhu, and all the devotees here. Yes, I'm at New Gokul Farm, and in about 10 minutes we're about to start Gita Jayanti fundraiser for Shastradhan, but we've been warming up the last few weekends, and this temple actually hasn't distributed Gitas by the boxes before. And we had Savatya Thagora from ISKCON West Sydney come up 3 weeks ago and get us started, and it was really good to have his help here. And now I think we're about close to 20 boxes, and yeah, I'm just about to go in and run the fundraiser for Gita Janti. So it's been wonderful to see. It's great to see a lot of cooperation in Australia right now with devotees helping each other. So I'll just read a few notes that I've collected. So there's 2 teams traveling at the moment, mostly brahmacharis, and they're visiting and doing book distribution from about 3 or 4 different centres each as they travel, and then spending time with the devotees there, answering their questions about book distribution, sharing ideas with them, getting them inspired, of course. So that's been really, really good, really positive. Melbourne is doing the 1 book a day challenge. They've done this before. It's worked really well. They have 25 devotees who have committed to this for the marathon. They're distributing 1 book every day, then they post a message and a photo in the group every day. So Dvija Pitambara Prabhu said, it's a lot of devotees doing a little bit each, which is what we've learned from you, Vaisheshika Prabhu, getting everybody involved. Yeah. A really, really nice story from ISKCON West Sydney. They recently had a fundraising dinner and they calculated just how much their book distribution had contributed to their new temple fund. So a little background is they started with a small rented house in 2019, and just a few devotees. And from the very beginning, they were committed to book distribution. In fact, Sarvatirtha Gora has been part of this team since you got us all on board, which was 2019. And he's still going. It's just been a few devotees, but gradually the inspiration has grown. They worked out that their total revenue from 2000 to 19 to now has now reached $295,000 from book distribution. And at this fundraiser, there's more. At this fundraiser, they did a precise calculation on the total net contribution to the new construction fund, the temple construction fund. And it came to a net total of, you won't believe it, $108,000. So that was a lovely story because I know Sarvatirtha Gora has been committed to this from the beginning, building a new temple based on book distribution, on the missionary spirit, and they've done so well. They've done so well. So I just wanted to share that story, and I am going to run off to the fundraiser here in a few minutes, but I may be able to tune back in once it's over. So I'll come and check if you're all still here. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. It's especially poignant when the devotees are in the field or off to do fundraisers. So we're all rooting for you and praying that you do huge. Thanks, Vilas Manjari. Hare Krishna. Baba Sundhi now from Auckland, New Zealand, one of the great field generals who's leading the charge there, making sure that everyone remembers that the goal of life is to always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. Please tell us, Baba Sundhi, how things are going, what you're thinking, what your realizations are, any anecdotes.
Cool. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. A picture says 1,000 words. So I'm going to go on a little slideshow here. Take you a little, in New Zealand, we call it a tiki tour. A tiki tour is where you go from one place to another. So we're going to do a little tiki tour of New Zealand here. So this time of year, Prabhupada Marathon, we're very lucky it's summer over here. So we're not in the freezing cold like some of the added austerities in Northern Hemisphere. But here's some of the photos from the ladies' ashram. Has got a couple of teams. Some of them are in the South Island and some of them are the home team in Wellington. So these ones are some beautiful photos of some of the distribution happening in the South Island. And as you said before, selling books in bunches of bananas. So yeah, concentration is on stacks. And of course, we have the Bhagavad Gita in the stack. And this is a beautiful picture from Soumya Mai. They've made arrangements at malls to have special book tables in the malls. And of course, over here it's Black Friday sales at the moment. So the malls have been very busy. And yeah, so very professionally done. Of course, we have Bhagavad Gitas in every stack, and we have the Bhagavatam there as well. And the girls have been having a wonderful time down south. And then in Hamilton, Sarah Deer, Mataji and family, they always take books with them. Usually their Harinam is their book distribution. So when she sent some photos to us, I said, "Oh, is this Harinam?" She said, "Yeah, Harinam." But basically, everywhere we go, we take books, which is always prepared. So in Hamilton, just a few warriors down there, but they're just very steady with their service, and so through that steadiness, they distribute a lot of books. And devotees down in Wellington, the ISKCON Centre for Culture and Education, as well as at their centre there as well. Then they also set up book tables at Diwali. So see some happy faces there. So just every different situation trying to get there. And then of course we have the Brahmacharis on their travelling Sankirtan team. I love this picture for so many reasons. Pack and Save. I don't know what you have in America, but Pack and Save is kind of like a very budget shop where you can see in the background here, it's, cucumbers for 99 cents. Everything is as cheap as it can be. But this lady went in to get her Christmas shopping and came out with a stack of books and a Bhagavatam set. So yeah, they've been traveling on the marathon for a week, and he says he's done 7 Bhagavatam sets so far and a Chaitanya Charitamrita set, and then it would be hundreds of Bhagavad Gitas, I imagine. He didn't tell me the exact number, but yeah, so we've got the Brahmachari Powerhouse on their stacks and Bhagavatam sets. And as you can see in the background here, New Zealand, it's pretty quiet, and they go to some pretty quiet little towns that, never heard of Bhagavad Gita before, and then you get ladies getting Bhagavatam sets and stacks of Prabhupada's books. And this gentleman here, so we try and have all the different languages with us. So we have different, we have hardback Gitas, soft Gitas, all the different languages that we can. So this guy here got an Arabic Bhagavad Gita for his friend, which is very special when we see books go out in the Arabic language. So Bhagavad Gita in Arabic there. And then here at New Vashan in Auckland, we have our little setup here where, as well as promoting Bhagavad Gita, we have our table there constantly. So it's kind of like a smart box, but smart table. So lots of people just come into the temple, and even if there's no devotees, they'll buy Bhagavad Gitas. Or we're also giving the opportunity to people to sponsor 12 soft Bhagavad Gitas or 12 hard Bhagavad Gitas. They can either take them and distribute them to their friends and families, or we put them in motels, prisons, libraries. And over the years, I've got quite a few connections with chaplains in prisons now. So basically, they write to me now saying, "Oh, we finished our box of Bhagavad Gitas. Can you send another one?" And sometimes we have letters back and forth with the people in corrections facilities as well. So it's building those connections, which takes a little bit of time. But then when you've got them, then the books distribute themselves, which is really nice. And then Dunedin, we haven't had any devotees from Dunedin on the call before, and this is the first time they've joined this campaign in this sense of the word. And actually, we're very lucky. We've got Deep Krishna Prabhu. He's on the call. I might ask him just to say a few words in a minute and share what they've been doing, because they set a goal as a community for 108 Bhagavad Gitas, and they've already smashed that already. So maybe if we can just have Deep Krishna Prabhu, if he can just, if possible, he can just come on and say how they did that. I love this photo here. So this is gentleman at the marae. So that's a real Kiwi. You can see he's got his Bhagavad Gita in the background there. So I just invite if Deep Krishna Prabhu, would you like to say a few words of how you've got the community together down there to do this book distribution?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Could you share your share your video, Prabhu?
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
Mataji. Actually, I was walking around. I'm on break. I'm in car now, so sorry for that. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, that I'm getting your association today. That's really amazing, and I warm invite you to come to Dunedin sometime so we can just learn some, tips for book distribution. Even though we have got your book here, I got the book last week. I think so Mataji sent us some books. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for everything. Yeah, we are doing well, and Mataji's blessing, we are doing well in Dunedin. So, like, we actually started, real book distribution from last Janmashtami, and we are doing really well. In the sense, because in last some years we are distributing the book, but not that much intention. Really, like we are now, but in this year we distributed hundreds of books, and like we will give you the final finger and final figure in end of this year. Like for Bhagavad Gita Jayanti especially, we just last year we distributed 40 Bhagavad Gitas, but this year we just got the target for 108. We set up the target for 108 when, and as Mataji said, we reached to the more than 125 books. So like it's going good by grace of Srila Prabhupada. And please bless us so we can do more and more book distribution here. And feel free to come and visit us. Thank you.
Jai, way to go, Deep Krishna Prabhu and team. Fantastic, smashing your goal.
Thank you so
Congratulations.
much, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So yeah, thank you. That's the end of my little tiki tour of New Zealand. But yeah, we devotees are well on their way to their goals, and we pray that we can continue by your blessings. If you send us blessings, that we can reach our goals. Thank you.
You're so organized, all of you there. I see the displays, they look so beautiful. And the way you put together these presentations before every meeting is brilliant. And it's just a pleasure to meet Deep Krishna Prabhu, who's one person can change the whole world. It's a fact. And we can amplify our effect because of technology nowadays. So make no mistake about it. Those who are following in the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada, as all of you are, your effect will be known for generations to come. We can't see the results of planting seeds immediately, although we see enough of them that we know what's happening. But it will be exponential. So thank you very much for your dedication, Baba Sandi. Thank you very much, Deep Krishna Prabhu, for coming on. You brought us great energy today from your car. Keep up
Thank
the
you so
great
much,
work.
Prabhuji, for your blessing, Prabhu. And please come to New Zealand and please come to Dunedin. We want an association.
Okay, we're on our way. Hare
Okay. Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
pranam. Thank you. Thank you.
Dhanavat pranam. Okay, since you asked for a couple of tips, I'm just going to insert them now. There's two things I want to impart that could be helpful. We find that a lot of times people are walking around with earbuds because they're listening to music, and they're seemingly impenetrable, but they're not. And the technique that we've been using to stop people who are listening to music or something else, and then they have a tendency to not stop generally, is when we see them coming, we start pointing to our ear like that, and we point to them and go like this. And I would say about 70%, 75% of the time they stop. And when they pull their earplug out, we ask them a question. In fact, what we tell them is, we've been here having a debate when we saw you coming. He said, you're listening to classical music. This person said that you're listening to hip hop. What are you listening to? And then they always get really into it, and they'll say, oh no, I'm listening to this or that, whatever it is, because they identify their music. And as soon as they say that, we say, fantastic, then here, this is for you. And we hand them a Bhagavad Gita or whatever books we are. So it's not hopeless when people have earbuds. In fact, we're finding that sometimes they're better. And the other little tip I was using yesterday, we were in a downtown area. And so when we show people the book, and I say, now there's no obligation. We ask for a donation, no obligation whatsoever, but there's an opportunity. And if you'd like to take advantage of the opportunity, you can give a donation, and we use it to spread spiritual knowledge. And there's something about the juxtaposition of these two words. One is no obligation, and then we say opportunity for you to give. It turns it into a very positive exchange where people first you take the pressure off them and then you give them an opportunity, and it has nothing to do with yes but. It's just cleanly their free will to help with something beautiful. And I found that most people respond very positively to that. Okay, now we go back to our leadership all over the world, and I'm so happy to announce that our next speaker is the representative of our leading indicator country. As Fiji goes, so goes the world. And by the way, I wanted to mention I only drink Fiji water because you're there, Rukmini Mohan. Here we have Rukmini Mohan Prabhu, who's been bringing up the scores over there religiously every year, doing a miracle on the Fiji Islands. Tell us how it's going, how you're feeling, what's everybody saying over there?
Hare Krishna, Vaisheshika Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to the Vaishnavas present here. Vaisheshika Prabhu, I was thinking that you should also come to Fiji as well, because
We're coming.
It is so nice to have you here, Prabhu. You're so inspirational to all of us. And since we've been part of this beautiful campaign, our book distribution has really increased so tremendously. So we are so grateful to be part of this. I've got a small presentation, if I may, please. So this is for this year's campaign, 2025. And this is how the areas have pledged. So we have the highest, of course, in Suva, which is the central area. We have 500 pledges, but actually we have surpassed the pledge. And we still have 40 days to go. So we're looking forward to a very good outcome from Suva as central. And at the bottom, you can see basically the different ISKCON temples and centers who are participating. So total of pledge for this year is basically 1,907. And actually, we are on 1,303. For our strategy for this year, it's Srila Prabhupada Gratitude Pledge. We are encouraging our congregation members that they express their gratitude to Srila Prabhupada by taking 1 carton of Srimad Bhagavatam. It's basically connecting everyone to Srila Prabhupada's mission and making them feel as part of Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON family. So, and this strategy is really working for us. We have got a lot of pledges, and that is how we are able to basically increase our book distribution. And we do inform them that the global goal is 4.6 million, and for Fiji is approximately 2,000. And the congregation members, well-wishers of ISKCON, they can basically register the pledge with their nearest ISKCON temple or center. And so we're also using the resources that are provided by the central administration team. And we sort of customize it, just to include the Fiji information in that. So be brave. This is the motto that's going on. So we are also using the resources that's being provided by our central, global central team. This is for our ISKCON Youth Central. They come up with their own advertisement and they post it. And they go on their weekly Friday Harinams. So this is one of the posters that have been created by our ISKCON Central youths, ISKCON youths here in Suva. And these are some of the pictures from their book distribution efforts. And they've been doing so well, so we are grateful to have them on board. And Of course, we have our weekly Harinam. So the Harinam coordinators who are in charge of Harinams, they basically create the posters, they post it, and they ensure that the Harinams happen on weekly basis. These are some of the pictures from the Harinam. And we also have some teams from our different ISKCON temples and centers. This is from the ISKCON Nursery, and they had come up with this creative idea. One team, one wish, one mission, and Bhagavad Gita for every home. So yeah, they try to, basically come up with the ideas, posters to promote their programs for Bhagavad Gita distribution. And these are some of the pictures from weekly book distribution and the programs that are undertaken by our book distributors. Of course, most of our book distributors, they are working. So it's on the weekends that they get an opportunity. And of course, once a week after work, then there's weekly Harinams in the evenings. So they are there as well. And this is our Gita Jayanti that will be coming on this Saturday. We're looking forward to this big event. And I think there'll be a lot of opportunity to meet people and distribute Bhagavad Gita and prasadam to them. So in a very quick update from PG. So I think it's again by the mercy of good Vaishnavas such as yourself, Vaishishika Prabhu, and our Acharyas that we are able to participate and be as part of this great One World team. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rukmini Mohan Prabhu. You own that island. That's your place. Please feel free to overtake Fiji with Vaishnavism. And it's amazing to see how you're expanding in so many channels, inspiring so many teams to come up, and really beautifully done. Just super inspiring. Thank you very much. Keep up the great work. It bodes well for the rest of the world. Speaking of the rest of the world, let's swing to another country. We're going to Thailand now, and we have none other than the very empowered Vaishnavi named Kanupriya Devi Dasi. She's down there in Thailand, in Bangkok, I believe, and she has nothing on her mind except for book distribution. We met at Govardhan Hill, and it's the main meditation that she has is how to expand book distribution in Thailand. Tell us how it's going over there, Kanupriya Devi Dasi.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, and all the Vaishnava. Please accept my humble obeisances, all Gauriya Srila Prabhupada. First, I would like to express my feeling when I heard the name Be Brave, Live to Give. Because I feel like this campaign, it really speaks to me. And it's really hits me deeply because last year I could not distribute many of Srila Prabhupada's books. And I honestly thought I might never get a chance again because I was diagnosed with third stage breast cancer. But thanks to the mercy of the devotees and everyone's prayers, Krishna listened and let me stay more. So I promised myself that I would try my best to share Srila Prabhupada teaching with all the souls who are still wondering, Roji and everyone. The best way to do is through book distribution. So for me, Be Brave, Live to Give feel like a personal reminder and motivation. So I'm really, really thankful to everyone, and I'm really happy to get this opportunity again to share Srila Prabhupada teaching. So, and about Thailand, we have been trying so hard to improve our book distribution. Like actually, I already moved to Vrindavan to stay with my family last 5 years, but I got a chance to do the service in BBT management. So we also like I come to Thailand when I got chance to do book distribution. And what we did last year is we tried to put our Thai language Bhagavad Gita in the bookstore in Thailand, because that is not so easy. But yesterday we did it. So they accept our Bhagavad Gita, and we could put our Thai Bhagavad Gita to all the bookstore in Thailand, all over Thailand. And then I try to make a short clip video, and put in social media, because I think I guess everyone in the world now, they are really in social media. So I I make a short clip video talking the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, and we also got the order of Thai Bhagavad Gita there. So we sold some of Bhagavad Gita. And next we made an online shop called Lazada in Thailand, and we also get the order. Yeah, we also got some order there. And yes, so, and yesterday it's very good news, because Thailand we only have hardcover Bhagavad Gita, but yesterday we got first Thai Bhagavad Gita in soft cover. So we're very happy. And tonight, afternoon and evening, we have 2 programs with the devotee for Sunday program. So with Prabhupada Vishnu Maharaj, we going to the program, and we're going to ask for the sponsor from the devotees and well-wisher. So I would like to request all of you to please pray for us, so that we can distribute more and more Bhagavad Gita in Thai language, especially. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Kanupriya Devi Dasi, what a fantastic report. Your energy is enthusing all of us. And it's amazing how you're doing BBT service. You're commuting back to Thailand. You're inspiring all the troops there. I knew something great was stirring in Thailand when I saw you in Govardhan Hill, because your enthusiasm is palpable. And really, Prabhupada told His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, when he first in earnest started to push book distribution, that it's by the enthusiasm of my followers that the books get distributed. So we're predicting big things for Thailand, and we're going to be in touch with you regularly, because you're leading the charge there. And all it takes is one person to bring up this most important topic and remind people by advocating for it. Thank you for what you're doing. We pray for your success, for your good health, and may your campaign in Thailand be a great success. Hare Krishna. Cup kun cup. Okay, now it's just my greatest pleasure to introduce one of my favorite devotees on the planet Earth, coming live from Japan, His Grace Ananta Gauranga Prabhu, who he lives in a place, he specifically moved there so he could store Bhagavad Gitas to his rafters, as there's not much space in Japan, except for the only place where there's space in Japan is at Ananta Gauranga's house. And so what is he doing with the extra space? He loads it up to the rafters with Bhagavad Gitas and Srimad Bhagavatams. And we have Rupa Chintamani Prabhu, we have Anmol, or as he's spelling it in Japanese over there, Anmor, and Anmoru. And I heard there's some other devotees representing Japan. Ananta Prabhu,
Yeah.
good to see you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandot Pranam. Thank you very
Hare
much.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So yeah, we have Anmol, we have Sujal, we have Chinmay, Jayashri, Rup Chintamani Prabhu joining the call today. If everybody can please switch on the camera at least. So Vaisheshika Prabhu and all the devotees, Dandot Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. And it gives immense pleasure to be with all of you again after a gap of some time. And about the Bhagavad Gita distribution, we actually planned from Janmashtami. And if Vaisheshika Prabhu remembers, we have a big festival every year in Tokyo, like Namaste India Festival, where there are big community comes there, Japanese community. We didn't book the stall in time, and when we were thinking of book distribution, we were just meditating if we can get the stall at the last moment. And somehow with the coordination of different devotees and mercy of the devotees, we got the stall in Namaste India this year, and our location was the prime location. And with like Chinmay, Anmol, Sujal, Pratham, Jayashri, Shameshwari, and all other Japanese devotees also. Actually, we did very good book distribution in Namaste India. Means whatever our goal was, that of course we surpassed our goal for 2 days, financially also and numbers also. That was the start for distribution with the different stalls. And so after that we got stalls in say Diwali festivals. In even this time with Chinmay and Pratham's help, we went to a Garba program also. It was a small table, and we thought even if one Bhagavad Gita goes, it is okay. But we went there. But yeah, the result was very surprising and it was good. When when doing this Diwali, Garba, and all these festivals, actually we got connection with Embassy of India. So the Chief Minister of Haryana was supposed to come here last month. So he contacted ISKCON for giving Bhagavad Gita because they are from Kurukshetra, so they are advertising Bhagavad Gita campaign all over the world. So they requested us for 100 Japanese Bhagavad Gitas to distribute to the politicians and the delegates who come to embassy. And from there, actually, our connection with embassy started. Then, 2 times we have done a book table in the embassy program, actually. And we have supplied 200, 300 Japanese Bhagavad Gitas to the embassy, which are distributed. So this is about Tokyo embassy. And they also order us for Osaka embassy, so we supply book there also. And they also ordered for Fukuoka embassy, so we are supplying books there also. So when I think of how these things, everything moved so quickly, it looks unimaginable to get connection with the embassy. And all the Bhagavad Gitas that distributed are Japanese Bhagavad Gitas. That was our one of the main surprising point. uh, like we thought it will be more of the local language, but it was all Japanese Bhagavad Gitas. And still we have some orders to be given to them. And it's actually help of all these young devotees actually who join book distribution. Of course, we have inspiration from Vaisheshika Prabhu, and we just do actually. We don't plan, but we do, and the things are happening. So if I don't know, like Chinmay is there, Pratham is there, and Anmol is there, Sujal is there, they can switch on the camera. And they are helping a lot Vaisheshika Prabhu because of their youth energy. And actually that makes us to move. Actually many things are becoming easier because of their participation. So we still have 1 month to go. And of course distribution in the temple is also going on. And Sankirtan book distribution is also going on. But additionally we did book tables in different areas. And one more good point that we got this time is, along with the book table, the organizers also gave us opportunity to do kirtan, 10 minutes, 15-minute slots. So actually that was the first time that we have seen that we have done Hare Krishna chanting on the stage in different programs. And it's all the Japanese devotees. They come like Shameshwari, Sachidananda, Yamuna Mataji, Ishwari. They all come, and for the kirtan, we did 2 kirtan in embassy also. So I think this is a different direction that we found this year. And I hope with the mercy of all the devotees, it keeps on going and we can reach to the places where we have not reached till now, apart from the Sankirtan and book distribution teams. So we need everybody's, and Vaisheshika Prabhu especially, your mercy and direction and enthusiasm and energy to continue doing book distribution and distributing more and more Bhagavad Gitas here in Japan. If anybody will like to say something, Hare Krishna also, okay. Chinmay, Anmol, Sujal, Pratham, Jai Shri is there, Rupa Chintamani is there. I'm very happy that they all joined actually on short notice. Thank you very much. If anybody wants to speak, Chinmay or Sujal, Anmol, Pratham, Jai Shri, Rupa Chintamani, thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Hare Krishna, please accept our humble obeisances, Prabhuji. Uh, so, as Anandagaram Prabhu told about this, like half yearly book marathon for us, but still is a long way to go. Also, even like now Kanupriya Mataji had told about the uh, to put the books in the bookstores. I guess bookstores are very popular in Japan, so we can think about of tackling or to it's like put our Japanese Bhagavad Gita in that also I guess now the new year is coming, we can also target for the corporate gifting culture also in Japan, because that culture is also very popular. So I think with the help of Anand Gorang Prabhuji, we can see this problem and tackle these problems. Thank you.
Nice work, Judal. Fantastic. I love the way you're thinking in various ways, creating streams of distribution. I've got my first Bhagavad Gita as it is from a bookstore. So I always appreciate that venue when you're thinking of it. Because what might have happened to me if I called that bookstore? It was Shambhala Books in Berkeley and said, "Do you have this?" And they said no. I would have been so disappointed. And it was back in the days when you couldn't just use the internet. This team is really growing well, Ananta Granga Prabhu, and all of you. It's an effulgent team. And I have to thank Jai Shri too, because she's been there. Her heart, if you look inside, when the doctors put their stethoscope, all they can hear is book distribution, book distribution. It's her heartbeat. So thank you very much for all you're doing there, the whole team. Chinmay, fantastic. He's effulgent. Great. Grow Japan. You could exponentially expand over there, and it's one of the most beautiful Bhagavad Gitas that you have there. It's so fantastic what you're doing. Does anybody else want to say hi from Japan? Just say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Chinmay Prabhu.
Krishna.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Jai, Jai. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
Hare Krishna, please come to Japan.
Hare Krishna. Okay, do huge. We're going to be listening in to Japan. And now, if you all want to take a quick look here, we have Ranchar. He's our young genius behind all the statistics with his statistical team. He's going to give us a little tour here of what's going on around the world.
Hare
Do you
Krishna.
want to go ahead, Ranchar Prabhu?
Marge, if you'd like to go, I can also go if you prefer.
You go. Everyone, we want to hand over the baton and have you run with it.
Yes, Marge. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So this year, our goal is 4.6 million Bhagavad Gitas. It's the last stepping stone for our big goal of 5 million Bhagavad Gitas in 2026. We have compiled the maps for Australia, New Zealand, and Fiji, Oceania. We're still waiting on receiving the specific numbers for other regions that are both here and that will be presenting tomorrow. But we'll have complete versions of the current pledge maps by the end of the day today, or tomorrow, by the end of November 30th. So we'll be able to send that in the group for communications. But for now, we're seeing quite a lot of growth all across Oceania. Fiji is increasing. Everyone's increasing steadily. As far as scores, the 2024 score for Oceania was 35,000 Bhagavad Gitas. Their pledge is just short of that at 32,000. However, their pledge last year was 30,000, and they just pledged 32,000, and they did quite a bit more than their pledge last year. So we hope that if they do quite a bit more than their pledge this year, then they'll be able to surpass what they did last year. Taking a look at the whole world, North America is just short of 230,000. Europe, we're still getting quite a lot of pledges in, but we've only heard from 4 or 5 centers. And still then we've already gotten almost 20,000 Bhagavad Gitas. South America, we're finalizing where exactly the pledges are coming from, but we're looking at around 10,000 Bhagavad Gitas from there. And the rest of the world, we're still waiting on some pledges, but based off of what we heard tonight, we're expecting good numbers. That's all we have for right now. But we hope to get more numbers in the next hours and weeks, and then we'll be able to provide a more comprehensive report. But things are looking good so far. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Ranchor. We find how important it is to look at these numbers. And is it unprecedented? Not at all. Srila Prabhupada was keyed in on the numbers. And if you read my book, I included some series of letters that Prabhupada wrote, and where he was constantly calculating the numbers. How many back to Godheads he wanted each region to do. He gave quotas. They were doing 1 million Bhagavad Gitas a month, back to Godheads at that time. It's how he was able to get big deals with and by the way, all the Japanese devotees. Prabhupada first printed his major printing in Japan at Dai Nippon. It's still there. That company's still going. And when Prabhupada got the newsletter, he was very interested in it. My godbrother Shrutadev Prabhu started that newsletter. And at first, devotees weren't sending in their scores until he started he told Prabhupada, or Brahmananda told Prabhupada, and then Prabhupada wrote a letter saying he's reading it and he wants everybody to report. It took him writing 2 letters like that, and then when the devotees figured out that he was looking at the numbers, that's really when this whole idea of stacking up the numbers and sending them in started. It was Prabhupada's idea. And his secretaries had reported numerous times that when Prabhupada would get his mail, and believe it or not, boys and girls from all of you kids, there used to be no internet and no email. I know you can't imagine it. There were no smartphones either. It was just paper mail, as we call snail mail nowadays. And whenever Prabhupada would get a stack of mail, he'd always want to see the newsletter first. Always. That was the first thing. And he wrote saying that the numbers gave him solace. And that made him, even when he was ill, in his last days, he still wanted to see the scores. And he said it gave him new life. It made him feel like a young man when he read the scores. So we can follow that idea. It's one of the most satisfying aspects of book distribution. It's extremely quantifiable. We can look and see how many are going out, and we can measure for that. And it's also a phenomenon that we can measure, that the more we concentrate on increasing book distribution in holistic ways, comprehensive ways, that the more it affects in a positive light all the other programs that we're doing. We had here in San Francisco yesterday an outing where the whole community went out to various parts of the city. And we had Harinam book distribution in 6 different locations. And the energy in the community is palpable. When devotees come in from book distribution, they have realization, they've met people, everyone. So it's the way to uplift any community, to bring to a higher level. Especially Bhagavad Gita distribution. After we do Srimad Bhagavatam's Rukmini Mohan, doesn't it seem easy doing Bhagavad Gitas? It's kind of like, if you're lifting something very heavy and then someone says, here, can you carry this? And it weighs about a quarter of the poundage, and then you lift it up and say, oh, that's light. So Bhagavad Gita is easy. Everybody wants Bhagavad Gita. They're just sitting there waiting for us. So the main thing is to use organization, make a lot of visibility, inspire the devotees to get books, and do a lot of training. Train up devotees how to do it, where to do it, and then read Bhagavad Gita together. Try to do a chapter a day. Try to influence devotees to have really good sadhana, and that's what makes the power. Shamahini, tell us your thoughts, what's going on around the world, what you want to impart to all the devotees here. This is Shamahini Devi Dasi, who's working tirelessly behind the scenes. She runs her own school. She has 2 brilliant kids who are in that school. Her husband is full-time working the school business and is also a genius with numbers, one of the early pioneers from starting the Sankirtan in Toronto. But Shamahini is 24/7 working on book distribution, thinking about it. Tell us your realizations, what you feel about this campaign, anything you want to speak to inspire us all.
Yes, Prabhu, I really appreciated being on this call today. It's amazing how, when everybody comes together, the kind of things that we learn that are working around the world, how we learn from each other, and how we can witness the magic of Lord Chaitanya. You know, how Lord Chaitanya makes difficult things easy. Like Anantagura Prabhu was saying, we didn't plan, but things just happened. And it's as you say always, Vaisheshika Prabhu, it's about what it makes of us in achieving something. So all these things, the new pipelines that come up, new devotees who get empowered, it's all about us getting to witness that magic of Lord Chaitanya. And if we weren't in the campaign, if we weren't committed to it, we would miss out the magic. The magic would still exist, but we wouldn't get to see it. So thank you so much for allowing us to experience a drop of that magic by being a part of this call and hearing from everybody. I just want to remind everybody that your pledge is your wedge. So if you haven't submitted your pledge for this campaign, please do so now. We have the pledges from several countries, but we're still missing. So Thailand, Japan, please send in your pledges. And we're sure you're going to smash your goals, but having a pledge will help us get that wedge and smash it. Thank you. Vaisheshika Prabhu, would you like to address that? The pledge.
Yes, the metaphor is applicable. It has a small end and a big end. Any wedge, like a knife or an instrument that's being used to make a bigger space or to hold something in place, has a small end and a big end. And the small end, the smaller it is actually, the sharper the wedge is. But when you begin applying a little pressure, it opens up a space and it gets more accommodating. So we find that when devotees actually write a number on a piece of paper and commit, that's when the energy comes. It doesn't come ahead of time. Like sometimes people say, you know, when I make money, then I'm going to give something. No, it doesn't work that way. You say, first, I'm going to start giving a portion of my income. That's when it all comes. That's actually, there's empiric evidence for that. And it's a fact that when devotees make a bold pledge, that's why we said be brave. When you make a bold pledge, we're going to do bigger than we thought we could do. That's when the magic comes. That's when the energy comes. Just the other day, here locally, Malini Devi Dasi, who's our co-Sankirtan leader, had come up to me and said, you know, last year for Black Friday, we did such and such number of books. What do you think we should do this year? And I was thinking, 3,000 this year? And I said, 4,000. She kind of jumped like, oh my God, what did you just say? But right after that, 2 seconds later, all the energy started coming in. She said, frankly, this morning when she reported that we did 4,200, she said, I didn't know how we were going to do it, if we were going to do it, what was going to happen. But it all came to pass. So, of course, that's what we live for. We want to take some risk. We want to be brave. Prabhupada said, when the devotees said to him that, Prabhupada, you were very brave. And Prabhupada immediately caught it and said, I'm still brave. Why else would I have come alone to preach Krishna consciousness in America? So there's no life without preaching. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta said that. And it means take a risk, be brave, walk out, do what you can. And it's us. Look around the room. This is who we've got. This is our team. And somehow we've been handed this divine service because it's open to everybody in the whole world. Krishna said, Sarva Dharmam Parityaja, to everyone. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I order everyone to distribute this Krishna conscious movement, but you're taking it. You're the ones. So just give it your heart and soul. Hear and chant. Every bead is a new opportunity to put your attention back on Krishna and then to do something for Krishna. It's courageous. Think of ways to give it to other people who don't have it yet, and you'll become, as Prabhupada said, Krishna's favorite. I thank everybody for taking your valuable time to come here today. Here it is, Mukaravinda put it, when Brahmananda told Prabhupada that, so you must have been very brave. Srila Prabhupada said, yes, I am still brave. And the devotees laughed. And he said, otherwise, how could I have come alone to preach Krishna consciousness? I am still brave. So let's do it. Let's take risks. Let's make pledges. Write it down, send it in. Don't wait. Just get with your people and decide what you're going to do that looks brave. And send the score. Don't worry. Lord Chaitanya will make up for it. Okay? Ananya, Shamahini's daughter there. What do you think, Ananya? Give us a thumbs up. Come on. Thank you very much. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Shri Panchatattva, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Shri Radha Govinda, Shri Shri Radha Gopinath, 18 Thakur Gauriyake Karyachina Atmasat, 18 Charan Vandon Tine Moranat. If you so desire, please empower our Sankirtan team all over the world to shower the people of Kali Yuga who are in so much anxiety with the Bhagavad Gita as it is. Please help us to remember you. Please let us have courage within our hearts, and let us sally forth to fight this greatest battle of all times, to defeat Kali Yuga by distributing Srila Prabhupada's books. Thank you for considering our request. Om Tat Sat. I'm deeply grateful to all of you for taking your valuable time tonight. Knock 'em alive out there. Everyone agrees with this prayer in whole or in part. Please say Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare
Vasakodesha Kripa Sindhaveva Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Navinda Ki Jai Gaur Premanande Haribo. Thank you, Shamahini. Thank you, Ranchor. Hare Krishna. See you again soon.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.